Welcome back to Rare Oakleys. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't subscribed yet, now would be a great time. Don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a future episode. Today, we're going to be checking out a very cool and ultra cool and very rare pair of OCP M Frames. Before we do that, make sure you check out my book, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, other retailers. This book is power-packed like a stick of dynamite, filled with tips and tricks, not only on how to save money, but also how to manage your finances for extreme success. But don't worry, I'm going to make it easy and leave a couple of links down below in the description so you can secure your copy. You're welcome. So, the M frames that we're going to look at are none other than the Team Dark Red, which was only available for a very limited time, probably plus or minus a 2-year time frame, right before the M frames were discontinued. And they were, of course, only available on OCP. In other words, they were not an official release. So I'm going to have the camera lady come in a little bit closer so we can examine this example. And I also have the box that they came in, which is the old Oakley custom box. And it's pretty basic. It had some warranty, I believe some warranty information in there as well. I think, yep, warranty card. And I always keep my microfiber bags in there so that if they need to be packed away, they have their bag and it's easy to find. So the Team Dark Red is a very nice, kind of a dull maroon color, and hopefully we can adequately capture that with our phone here. What I'm going to do, and you can probably see that I had my other phone here so that we can view the frame under a very bright light source, and you can see it does have a very subtle metallic finish, which is really cool. We want to make sure that that's in focus. You got the frame in focus there so they can see exactly what it looks like. And this pair, of course, has just some standard gunmetal icons, black ear socks. Now, there's also something very special about this pair, and that is the lens. Obviously, this is a sweep lens, but you can see it has the polarized etching because it is polarized. So just to kind of go over that briefly, polarized lenses were only available, again, for a very short window right near the end of the M frame product life cycle, so probably about 2 years. They were available on OCP. You could buy the lenses separately. Today, if you're going to try to find a lens, it's pretty close to impossible, especially if you're going to find a lens in good condition. So they didn't make a lot of the polarized lenses, and they were extremely expensive. This particular lens is even more special, however, because I would say probably about 90% of the polarized M frame lenses out there are going to be black iridium polarized. But if you look at this lens, you can kind of see from the light source, it's not a black iridium. This is actually VR28 black polarized, which is even more rare. I don't even know how many of these VR28 black polarized M frame lenses I have. I do have a number of the black polarized, but when it comes to the M frames, the VR28 black polarized is a rarity. This pair, of course, has never been worn. It's been used for display purposes only. I really love this pair. It's a very rare example of Oakley history. And for those of you who like M frames like I do, this pair is almost priceless. Now, we do have a bonus, as you can see from the title. So what is the bonus exactly? Well, we have, and I was thinking about doing this later. I was thinking about deferring this, but I decided why not? Let's just combine them. This is almost, and I say almost because it's not exactly the same, the counterpart to the Team Dark Red M frame. And of course, this is the Pro M frame. The name of this frame is actually Blood. That is the official colorway. And yes, this was an official release from Oakley. And as you can see, the Blood M frame, in this case Pro M frame, the Blood was never available in the new M frame or the hinged M frame, but only on the Pro M frame. And this is literally the only Blood Pro M frame I have ever seen in years and years of collecting. So I had to snatch this up. Now, this particular lens is also special. You can see it does have the different base color. That's also VR28. Not VR28 black polarized, but VR28 polarized. And yes, it is also a polarized lens. So equally impressive to the VR28 black polarized sweep lens that we have in the M frame example with the hinges, we've got the VR28 polarized. So both of these are very rare frames, very exclusive and very rare lenses. But something else I want to note here, before I said they were almost the same, well, I'm going to compare the two just so we have a reference point, and I'm going to do it under bright light because at first glance, both of these frames appear to be identical in color, but they're not. They are very, very similar, but they are subtly different. So I'm holding them up one next to the other, and hopefully my wife can zoom in a little bit and capture the color difference between the two, between the Team Dark Red and the blood frames. So the blood frame is, I guess, what you would refer to as a deeper red, more of a vibrant red, whereas the Team Dark Red is a little more dull. It's not quite as flashy, but they're both really cool, really exclusive colors. Hopefully you guys will enjoy these. I literally didn't even know that the blood M frame existed until I saw it one day for sale and I snapped it up. And of course I put these lenses in there. I think unfortunately these frames were worn at some point, not much, obviously they look new. However, the ear socks are just a little bit tacky, which indicates that they have been worn. But let us know in the comments which pair you like the best. Would you pick the Team Dark Red? Would you pick the blood? I like both of them. Personally, I'd pick the blood frames, but I do like the VR28 Black Polarized better than the VR28 Polarized, but they're both ultra cool. As always, thank you for joining us. Make sure to subscribe, like, hit that bell icon. We will see you next time on Rare Oakleys.